Hi, this is Sarah. Today is Tuesday, it's September 9th. This is day 28 for the challenge for videoing. It's been a great day. I did not record yesterday, and I think I've pretty much decided that it's just not going to be something that I'm going to commit to doing or set myself up to be disappointed in myself. Mondays are really, really busy, and when I started doing my business this summer, I knew that I would have to figure out one night that I could just try and do all my piano lessons that I teach after school. So Monday is it, and I teach from 3:30 to 8:30 with no break. So that is why I did not do anything for my business yesterday. But I am proud to say that today was very productive. I spoke with a couple people at school who I didn't get a chance to speak with over the weekend. They didn't either didn't get back to me or whatever. They didn't have an answering machine. So I got one more person to say yes to coming to my in-home, which is great. I did not do any presentations or customer follow-up or 48 hours today, but I did make one appointment for a presentation. And let's see, what else do I need to say? Oh, I added one more person to my contact list. So I feel good about that. I made a few more phone calls this evening. I just have just a handful of people I haven't heard back from yet, some of which I probably won't ever hear back from, which is fine. But I did go ahead and try and call those people, and I also made an effort to call a girl that I did a presentation with last week, and she's going to call me back. She was doing bath time with her son. So very hopeful that that will result in an enrollment, but we'll see how that goes. In terms of what's happening this week, I have a very exciting event that I'm going to tomorrow evening. It's first and foremost going to be celebrating the success of someone very near and dear to me. So I can't wait to hear her story. I think that I know her story, but I'm excited to hear her share it. And then following that, we are going to be hearing a presentation on getting the yes, and I've heard nothing but positive about the gentleman who's doing the presentation. So I'm really looking forward to that, and I'm very excited because I have a business builder that's coming with me, and I think that's going to just be an awesome, awesome thing. I have an in-home on Thursday, and so far that's looking really promising. I think I have like 7 people who have said that they would come, which is great. It's really hard to get that many people to commit to an evening outside of after school in the school week, in the middle of the week. But I'm hoping that about 4 people show up, and I think based on past experience, I'm pretty good at being able to tell who's really going to come and who is just trying to be kind and agreeable. So hopefully I will get 4 out of that one, and I'm looking forward to that. I really need to spend some time polishing my presentation, and that is my plan for tonight as well as tomorrow. I have nothing going on over the weekend, but then next week we're hitting it hard again. I have a presentation on Monday with my business builder. On Tuesday I have my second in-home, and then on Wednesday there is another in-home for her. So very hopeful that the next week is going to net a lot of growth in my business. Very, very much looking forward to that. There's really not a lot else going in my business, so I will move on to my thoughts on what's going on. Coaching was great on Sunday night, as always. It's just so inspiring, and it's awesome to hear other people, how they're doing their experiences. I've been trying to kind of keep up with a few people and their YouTubes, and it's been fun to watch them as they change and grow, because I know what's happening in my life, and I think it's really cool to see that happening in other people's lives that I really care about. And so I'm trying to just every day or every other day or so, I try and watch 1 or 2 just to kind of see how things are going for people and encourage them as they go along. I don't necessarily have any new thoughts. I haven't had a chance to listen to The Law of Success, but I'm hoping to do that during my lunchtime tomorrow. So I'm really looking forward to starting that. I'm actually sad that we're done with The Law of Thinking, because I just loved it, especially the last couple of discs or last couple of tracks. They were just awesome, and it's just amazing how many things I learned in such a short amount of time. I was telling somebody the other day that this just feels like I've been doing this forever, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I think it's a good thing, because it's hard to remember what I did with all that time when I wasn't working my business the way that I am. And I just feel like, gosh, I wasted so much time and energy on fruitless things, and I just don't do that anymore. So that's been just a huge blessing in my life. Some of the things that I've adjusted this week in terms of my thinking and what I really gained from our last coaching was that I have started journaling at nighttime before I go to bed. And this is kind of funny, but the journal that I'm using had originally been intended as a complaining journal. I don't know if there is such a thing, but I was going to make one, because last year I just kind of got into this groove where I would come home and only focus on the negative parts of my day. And that was just terrible. It was just eating me alive, I think. And I would dump that on my husband, and then he would get kind of down, and then we would just get frustrated with each other, and I would be upset that he wasn't wanting to listen, and he would be upset that I would come home and be grumpy all day or all evening. So the original intent for this journal was for me to try and just kind of journal about my day at school before I came home, and hopefully, gain from that some insight on some good things that had happened, and also just gain a better perspective on the negative things that had happened that day. That did not happen. So I think I got better with my just controlling my tongue, which was good, but I did not use it as a complaining journal. So now I'm using it as a reflection journal, which is much happier and better. So I've really enjoyed that. And in my first entry, I just wrote, my will statements that we talked about on Sunday evening, and those were that I will pay off our mortgage, and I will allow us to be financially free. I will have a family, and we will be able to, just really enjoy life and be home with our children in a way that I don't think we ever dreamed was possible for us. I will serve others, and whether that be in a physical or financial sense, I will do that to the fullest ability and with everything that God gives me through this. And lastly, I will grow, and I will continue to push myself and, just push myself out of my comfort zone so that I can be a better person. And those are 4 really important things to me, and those really have sustained me. And I continue to look at my photos that I printed off of those 4 items, and just the image is really ingrained in my head right now, and just keeps me going. And I think when you've had a day off from the business, it hasn't been a day off, but when I have a day off where I'm not able to do anything, it's really easy to kind of think, oh, okay, I don't need to do that. Well, I was really tempted tonight to not get on the phone, but I did, and I'm really glad I did. I know that was the right thing, but I still find myself having to jumpstart a little bit, and I hope that someday I can get to the point where I just do this naturally, and where it's not a pep talk when I have to do those hard things or the scary things or the things that make me uncomfortable. And I really believe that's going to happen. So I don't have anything else, I don't think, to share. I'm just excited about the things that are coming up soon, and I am just praying that I am fully prepared and that everything goes off without a hitch. So we'll see how everything goes, and we'll see you tomorrow.